Happy holidays! What I'm gonna be doing from now on, just so I can make sure I get through everybody's art, is kind of like focusing in on like a specific topic, and that most likely for a lot of these is going to be like anatomy, unless somebody specifically asks for something else. So I just think that maybe we'll get through more of these if we kind of just focus on one thing. I like how the head's looking down. Hard thing to get, and it's the left shoulder feels a little too high up. The legs are definitely uneven. I suggest getting a reference picture. What if I just pull it? The arm has got to be down here. That already just felt like a nice change. I'm gonna extend this leg a little longer, actually. I think we just gotta fix up the angle a bit. But it was too heavy on the right side, so it didn't feel even, if that makes sense. So all I did was really just expand the left side of the body so it matched. I will say this, if you're gonna do hatching for your shading, it's gotta be clean. And I think what the issue here is it's messy. Like, you're going outside your lines a lot. You're not following the form. I could tell you got a little tired. And that's honestly a problem with like hatching, is it's very time consuming. There's a difference between messy with a purpose and messy with no care. Put some love into your hatches. The new and the old. Like I said, it wasn't crazy different. Definitely don't be afraid to look at a reference. This is from Jamin, and it's their OC Artemis. The head's pretty large, and I don't think this is a chibi art style. Definitely, we want to make sure that the head is proportionate to the body. Usually if I just squeeze, it usually helps. It feels a little lopsided too. Yeah, these ears too feel lopsided. I don't want to make the head too small. Think of it like a bottle cap. Things like collars and stuff, or like the top of a cup, like relating it to something else that you might be a little more familiar with, if that makes any sense. The one down the waist, I think, is the right length, but the one that is down, I believe, is too short. I think the whole waist is a little high up. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the waist's a little too high up? Or are they just wearing really high-waisted jeans? You know, they also feel like different thicknesses, right? Like, does anyone see how like one shoulder feels fatter than the other? He feels very chest heavy. Now I feel like his shoulders are too wide. Maybe instead of making them wider, we should make them thinner. Yeah, maybe if the chest itself was wider. Okay, that might have helped, yeah. The drawing does keep getting smaller, you are correct. So here is the new, and there's our old. New, old. A little warning on this one, there's some cartoon blood on this. This is from Mori, Proportions and Shading. Okay. The head feels very disproportionate. This is your center of your head. However, the chin is at a different angle than the eyes are. This like lip thing, that's probably where the nose should land. One side's lower than the other. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I definitely think the nose should be a little lower down. Make sure that this head is centered. Let's talk about shading. Like, I would totally love to see you darken those shadows even more. I know you did cell shade, but you could always add like a second color that's like the middle. If you go for like a purple for your shadow, it'll also help that not feel strange. Hair is hard to paint. I think you are on the right track. Oh, this started as hair practice. Hair's pretty decent. Good job. I think for now, the definition is there. It was really more like defining the shadows a little bit more. When you work lineless, your shadows will end up being what carves out your features. Really, we kind of didn't do much. A+. This is from Alex C. Yeah, let's break it down. I feel like the bottom half is okay. The top half feels like it's getting a little lost in the sauce. I was gonna be holding up my weapons close to my head. I would want them to not be facing towards my face, right? I'm going to chop my head off. I would have to turn my wrist towards my head. I'm like bending my wrists backwards. It's kind of uncomfortable. The weapon would go out, right? I'm gonna take a picture of myself for reference. This is coming along. I don't know what his face looks like, so I'm going to just draw something random. This is okay. Let's color it in. Okay, I just realized that one arm looks bigger than the other. Bringing this up a little, maybe actually widening it. Okay, let's reveal. So we have the new, we have the old. Yeah. I always have a hard time talking about furry characters. I might just like pull a couple things out a bit. I think we have to see the chest in front because of the angle we're at. I feel as though his arm is very skinny. I think what could help is if the hand was flat. I feel like maybe we'd see more butt. Or maybe we just move the arm over a little more. Paws feel kind of flat. Let's see if we can unflat them. Yeah, let's reveal our new one and our old one. Even just a little bit can kind of do a lot. So let's do a breakdown. Lower half is pretty on point. The head is a little funky. She has ears in her reference. So I think something that could help in this too is if we saw some more motion. The hair was also going up like this to show the gravity. And then that hand, it's like almost there. It's so close. It feels like that pinky is a thumb. I wanted shading. Okay. So somebody was saying it before, but it felt lackluster on the coloring, and I can totally see where that's coming from. Okay, so this is it with contrast up, and this is it off. What do you guys think of contrast? Trying to make the shadows darker. I think the shadows are too flat. New, old. You've got a strong character design. I like the anatomy. It's good anatomy. There's like contrasting art styles here. Some elements are being colored one way while some are being colored a different way, and they aren't collaborating with each other well. I think you gotta pick a vibe, and I think your line art is the way to go because it's working. I think if we kind of just line some of this, hopefully it'll help. This would be angled. There should be like a little bit of a gap, and then this sleeve is gonna be down because of gravity. All right, I think that's okay. Yeah, really just kind of making it feel like it belongs together. Let's break this bad boy down. I'm gonna start with the head. The mask on the head. Do you guys think it should be bigger? Or maybe move the mask a little bit? I think it's supposed to be small, but I wonder if it's placed weirdly. This is the kind of art style that will let the eyeball go outside of the head, and I think it works. The head feels better. The arms, to me, they felt too short. I think the stylized thing is fun, but we gotta make sure that the curves are still making sense. Let's reveal. So here is the new one, and here's the old one. This is from Soft Boiled. It's just a whip. Composition they're unsure about, and they're having trouble with the like sheer clothing of the moon guy. Okay. Let's grayscale. Nice. I like the colors. It feels a little squished. The girl here has a lot of space between her and the edge of the screen, but the moon guy is a little more cramped in the corner. The points of the moon touching his body perfectly is forming a tangent. The moon was separating them. Oh! Wait. Kind of like that, actually. What was that sound I just made? The fabric. I would definitely suggest drawing the whole body in that color first, and then on top of it, you lower your brush's opacity and you kind of draw out the fabric, which is kind of what you've been doing already. I would just be very cautious of how blurry it's getting. I guess once you start rendering it out, don't be afraid of some harsher edges. Yeah, I like this one. I want to see the finished version. The new one, and here's the old one. We just kind of moved the left side a bit. This is from X Scully. I think her legs are a little short. The face looked proportioned nicely. I think we just gotta make them look down, right? I'm gonna change the angle of this chest a bit. I love the warp tool, man. What a great tool. What I'll see a lot of people do for the side view, like put the arms like this, like they're still at the side, when it should be in front. This is a common thing I see people do. I made it very messy. Sorry. It feels a little flat. Okay, I think this is okay. Cool. I like her a lot. So here's our new. And here's the old. I think we're good. Last critique stream of the year. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have fun. Until next year, I guess. Bye.